How you doing?
What up?
Got all my friends down here today doing a live stream from Zims Guitars right here. My guitar shop still is in existence, Paul. Who would have thought after
Hey,
all
you know
these
what?
years?
It's been how many years now for the original store?
I think this summer will be 10 years.
Wow.
I opened the first shop in summer of 2016. Yeah,
Well, there you
so
go. 10-year anniversary. You should do a big sale.
I know, right? 10% off. I usually have my I do a 30% off sale, a Memorial Day sale. So I got that coming up. But you know how it is when you have a guitar shop, you just price your amps 30% higher, and then when the sale comes around, you get your normal price out of them. See how that
Yeah, that's how
works?
they do it at some places.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
But
your
you
buddy
haggle,
Kurt
so you're good.
5150's up in there. Thank you guys for tuning in with us.
What up, Kurt?
5150. Yeah, so I was just telling Paul I had a second store location for a little while there. I gave it a half-hearted attempt for about a year, and then I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm just going to go back to the main shop where I have the most fun." And this is the shop where, the hot girls usually show up at this store, the other store that I had over there. Although it was next to a tattoo shop.
Huh.
And I'm like, darn it. Because you know what happens at tattoo shops?
Tattooing?
Hot girls come in drunk, get in tattooing. So
You're not supposed to give tattoos when you're drunk.
I gotta wear my glasses. So there's some guys in the chat already. Hey, Ron Gunner, how you doing? Bryce gonna highlight stuff. I have a producer in the back room today.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm not even on YouTube like now. Let me check on YouTube and see so I can see people in the chat.
There you go. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, get hooked up with that.
So for any of you guys tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Dane, and I have a used buy, sell, and trade guitar shop in Mesa, Arizona. You can see it scrolling across the bottom there. Zims Guitars, Mesa, Arizona, 85202. And my guest today is Mark.
Nope.
I know it. I got confused there for a second, Paul. My guest today is Paul from KSLX in Phoenix, Arizona. He used to work for KSLX back in the day.
Yeah, bad mistake to leave the radio station. That was a tactical error on my part.
Well, you know what? There's no way to actually see into the future. You can't tell what's going to happen, man. Northern California, the weather's nicer. Let's go to California. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, it seemed like the right move at the time. But then corporate downsizing cost me a job, so now I'm looking for a job. I'm actually in between jobs, which is why I have all the time in the world to do this during the daytime and hang out.
Yeah. And a lot of guys doing the whole live stream thing as a guitar channel. There's a bunch of guitar channels that live stream. They always do it at night. And I'm not going to come down here to my store at night to live stream. I'll do it during the day. So I'm the opposite of all the other channels. I'm here during the day. I'm not going to go home and eat dinner and come back at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night and do a live stream until midnight. There ain't no way that's going to happen. So, yeah.
What's up, Bruce? What's up, James? Good to see you guys. So yeah, I mean, it may come to the point where I end up packing all my stuff up and moving back to Phoenix and finding something else to do. Because the radio business right now is in a state of uncertainty, and I just don't want to, I'm tired of moving. So I love Phoenix. Phoenix felt like home. I was there for 15 years. It's where my friends are. So I might come back.
Yeah.
So if anybody's got a house for rent that will take 2 big German Shepherds, let me know.
Yeah, no, there's probably opportunity here. You would have to imagine. I mean, and your giant fan base from those 15 years is here in this town. right?
Yeah,
You had a
I
big
guess.
time fan base, and that's sort of important, I would guess.
It would be helpful if I were still on the radio. Yeah. I mean, I'm not the kind of guy that thinks about a fan base. I mean, I was well embraced there, and I love the fact that there are people that still want me to come back to Phoenix and do, do radio in Phoenix, and I would do that in a heartbeat if there were a job. But I mean, just my friends were there. I love Phoenix. I loved living there. It just felt good. It felt good. It feels like a good place to be. There's nothing for me here in Northern California outside of the job.
Well, there's probably a lot of good weed up there.
Well, yeah.
Northern California, man.
Yeah.
What do they call that stuff up there? Humboldt County, right?
Humboldt County's not too far from where I am. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure good things will happen for you, Paul.
We'll
Don't
see.
get down in the dumps and stuff, you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
In the meantime, it's good to see you.
Cheers. I know I haven't talked to you in a long time. It's been fun. We were back in the day. We did a bunch of stuff with John Mancuda and Johnny Bean. It was all fun. I still got my sword. Uh-oh. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get your video taken down if I pull a shotgun on you again. So I'll try not to.
Hey man, how are you? Good. Okay.
Love that you're doing the stream while you're still doing business.
Well,
so
you know,
you can walk away at any
We're
moment.
doing a live stream. No, that's okay. That's the one you showed me yesterday, and you got your bass with you too. Bring it on in. Set it right there.
All right, you gonna go do business?
No, my son will handle it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, gonna buy an Ibanez bass from the guy, and he's got a pod multi-effects pedal that I'm gonna get.
Floor
I
pod
hate
or the
these
bean pod?
multi-effects pedals, but they sell, so can't always get what you want out of stuff, but eventually everything does sell. What about you with your guitar collecting and stuff? Anything new with your collection? Selling, buying, trading, doing any of that?
I sold one of my slashes.
Okay.
That I sold it online, and the kid that got it is real happy about it. I've got a couple more up online that I for sale.
Stuff on Reverb?
Yeah.
Or are you doing Marketplace?
Reverb. Yeah, Marketplace is tough. It's tough to deal with people, and everybody flakes out. Problem is, the Reverbs and all those guys, they take a huge bite now.
Yeah, I know. For me, I don't want to do anything on Reverb because I don't want to pay that 8 or 10%. I don't ever get a trade in, and I don't get a regular follow-up customer. So there's 3 big reasons right there where you don't want to do that. All right, buddy, let me take a look at your Ibanez, your bass.
Yeah, nothing has been added to the collection. I've subtracted a little bit. That's going to be one of the tough things that I have to deal with during the move is packing up all the guitars and making that move.
Yeah.
Look at this. We're going to showcase a guitar while we're on there. Is that a Sound Gear?
Yeah, Ibanez Sound Gear Geo 5-string. It's in good condition. Does the battery go dead in it, or does the battery stay good all the time? Okay. So, what was the last concert that you went to there, Paul? Let's talk about concerts. Let's try to get into some fun topics here.
I don't remember the last thing that I did concert-wise. It might have been a Shinedown show where I got a subreddit that cast me to hell because I was too loud at the show. I did stage announcements on the show, and apparently I got blamed for the fact that the sound guy had the microphone levels jammed.
Thank you,
so
man.
when I said hello to the 18,000 people at the arena, It was booming loud, and
Oh,
somebody
wow.
on Reddit decided that I should be cast into hell for being too loud at the shows.
Oh,
But I
were
think
you
that,
like, please give it up for
yeah,
the greatest fucking band? Did you use any F words or anything when you?
no, I don't swear when I'm on stage.
You wanted the best. Did you give them the old?
No,
Dude, I
it was
was
just,
playing a gig the other night, and my band's called the Whiskey Dogs, right? I say the dumbest shit on stage, and I'm the bass player. I shouldn't have a mic in front of me. I'll be honest. They shouldn't give me a mic, but so we've got these whiskey dog banners, and it shows a whiskey bottle, and it says whiskey dogs and everything, and on the label, and they're big giant banners. And my singer's like, yeah, we're gonna actually have real whiskey for sale, where he's gonna like bottle whiskey or something. And so I'm like, so I grab the mic and I go, the only people that put iced tea in their Jack Daniels bottles is the Clash, baby. And I did that in front of this whole audience of people out of nowhere. And one guy out in the crowd was like he knew I was doing the whole David Lee Roth thing from the US Festival.
yeah, that was a pretty famous moment from that.
That really
I
was.
saw David Lee Roth in 1991 on the A Little Ain't Enough tour, and in the center of
I
the
love that
arena,
album.
there were four devils on a podium that were
Oh, yeah.
urinating whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
And it was whiskey. It was cheap whiskey, but it was whiskey because you could smell it.
Freaking Dave, man. So Dave's out on tour. And I went and saw him last year. And it was right here at the Wild Horse Pass Casino. And this
He
this
just
was
canceled
last
the
summer.
show at the Rialto down in Tucson.
He did, and I fucking was, damn it. And I have a little story about that. So Sean McNabb, who my lead singer is, and Sean McNabb are really good friends. And so Star McNabb knows us. I know him. He's been in my store, but he is David Lee Roth's bass player now on this tour. And so I have a group chat with Sean McNabb and my lead singer, and I had tickets. They were second row. I paid a ton of money. I was going to go see, I had my favorite girl going with me. I was going to go see freaking David Lee Roth in the second row at the Rialto. It was going to be awesome. And then that morning, I hear that he canceled because he wanted to do the Stagecoach. So I text Sean McNabb. I'm like, dude, I'm on my way to Tucson. I'm driving down there. I'm getting ready to. What happened? Why'd you cancel? And he's like, well, Dave got an offer to be with that the same guy he did Coachella with when he went up there and did Jump. Brian, can you give me footage of that? Try to give me some footage of Dave at Coachella with what's the guy's name? But anyhow, that went really well for Dave. Dave got tons of media for that. It made him feel like he was in front of a giant sellout audience again. He wore his Nudies shirt, you know, that old guy that there's that old guy that he was the guy, Nudies was the guy that made clothing for Elvis and all these people. And Roth is like, I bought this in 1980, whatever. It was made by some guy named Nudies or whatever his name was. He has a bar in Nashville. Yeah, but David Lee Roth, I guess, you know, he got on a big stage. And so Teddy, what's it got? Teddy Swim is who Dave got on stage with. And is there a way you can zoom in on that? So Dave's freaking feels like, okay, man, I'm doing something. And so after the Coachella concert, they had a concert called, I believe it's called Stagecoach, because Teddy Swims is a country guy. And so Dave agreed one more time. Teddy asked him to do Stagecoach with him. So Dave canceled the Rialto Theater in Tucson, which probably was going to have like 1,500 people in it, right? What would you guess the attendance is at Stagecoach at
I have no
Rialto?
idea. I've never been to
2,000
Rialto.
people? Oh, you never been in there?
Nope.
It's a small little theater. And so they canceled the show. But there was a highlight from the show. It's like, well, fuck, the show got canceled. I guess I'll get my money back. And they said, yeah, your bank you'll be refunded like tomorrow or the next day. And so I'm looking at my account, and take a guess on how much money got back into my account after that show got canceled.
I don't know.
$844 went back into my account.
That's how much those tickets were?
Yes.
You paid $844 to see David Lee Roth at the Rialto Theater?
It was $844 I got returned. So I'm like, hey, that's cool. But I missed the show, but it would have been fun.
$844?
It was $844. I think each ticket was $300, and it was in the second row. I think each ticket was $360 a piece or something. And then, you had fees and shit on top of that.
That's a lot of money to see David Lee Roth.
It would have been a good show, dude.
That's a lot of money.
Brian, do me a favor. Throw up David Lee Roth doing Jump at his latest concert that he's did like last week. Throw that David Lee Roth playing Jump. Guys, let me know if you got any questions, or you can ask Brian if you got any questions about anything. But, everybody's bagging on Roth, and they bagged on Roth for his whole freaking life. But think about this for a minute. There he is on stage. Now he's put together a band of he's got 5, 6, 7, 8, and a keyboard player. He has 9 guys in his band. And this is kind of like what he wants to do. He doesn't really want to sing. This is what he wants to do. He wants to get in front of his audience with his shiny, sparkling clothes on. There's Sean McNabb on bass. He's been in my shop. He's a cool guy. But this is what Dave wants to do for fun. Now, this is Dave. Now, Dave sold his whole catalog of music, so he doesn't have any publishing rights anymore. And he's got millions of dollars in the bank. And what he wants to do for fun, because there's no other reason to do this, because financially he doesn't need to do this. He's out here doing this because this shit is fun. And at 70, however old he is, I'd be doing the same thing too. And all you have to do is not read the comments on how horrible you are, and you can have a fun time with this.
I guess if you can charge $350 a ticket, you're doing fine.
You can charge all that money. You're on stage. You're having fun. You're still living your life. He's the only person that does Van Halen songs.
Well, no, Sammy Hagar does Van Halen music.
Well, but I mean, he's the last. It'd be fun to see Michael Anthony. I've always talked about that. They got Sean McNabb on bass, and again, Sean's a cool guy. I love that dude. But how fun would that be to see Michael Anthony up there? But no, this is just a fun, and he's still bringing a party. And with the amount of singing that's going on, they're doing pretty good. Hey, there's Jay. What's up, buddy? It's the whole Under the Bus crew is on here today. Wow.
What up, Jay?
So he's in a chorus now. He's not having this. He's not really singing much. He's like the MC of the circus. He's like the guy, the stage master, or whatever you would call the master of ceremony. He's just walking around going, "Oh yeah!"
He's getting paid. You paid $350 a ticket to see David Lee Roth.
I did. I paid a lot of money to see him, but you know what? I want to have fun, and I want to have a party the same way that freaking Roth wants to have fun and have a party. Okay, let's twirl my freaking chrome mic stand around a little bit and hope I don't hit myself in the face again like I did on the Jimmy Kimmel show. But he's having fun, dude. He likes having something to do. Because what's the alternative for Dave or any musician once you hit 70-something years old? Is to sit at home on the couch, you know, watch TV. He definitely doesn't want to see any of those videos on whatever happened to David Lee Roth videos. Remember when they were doing that shit 20 years ago? Whatever happened to David Lee Roth? You don't want to do that. Yeah, he'd rather go and do this kind of shit. And you can't blame him. If he's good or if he's not good, I don't know if it matters. He's emceeing a party.
And like I said, it looks like he's playing a high school gym.
Yeah. But he's probably got 2,000 or 3,000 people at whatever venue this is at. Oh, and there he is. You've got to put the fun jacket on. Dude, if I had a jacket like that, I'd be wearing that freaking thing right now down there at the guitar shop.
No,
Look at that thing. He bought that thing probably 40 years ago. Been in his closet this whole time. Every time he's in his bedroom, he goes through his closet. He sees that freaking jacket that he paid freaking $8,000 for back in 1991 or something. He wants to put that thing on and get in front of an audience and wave his hands around and tell jokes and he just wants to have a great time with it. So this is their encore, obviously.
Sure.
The only Van Halen song that went to #1, I think. Alistrada.
Alistrada overplaying over there.
Overplaying. Good player, man. Good player. There's no complaints about how he's doing, how Al is doing on guitar. Nobody in any of the chats or any of the comments are complaining about the guitar player. He does a phenomenal job. There's no complaining about the drums. Now, I do remember, you know, now if, you know what's weird? If Joe Satriani was in this band right here, you would have complaints in the chat or in the comments about how Joe Satriani are playing the parts wrong. Thank you, man. Enjoy that. The Zims Guitars on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, so here he is. I mean, how much fun is this? For some people, this is the funnest thing you can do basically in your life is to get on that stage and walk around with your shiny jacket on and just have a good time. Yeah, $360 a ticket or something.
Yeah, that's a lot of
I had
money.
to sell a couple guitars to go to that show. But it's the new hobby that I have. I just go to every freaking concert I can go to.
People that ask why David Lee Roth is still going out and touring, it's because people will still pay $350 a ticket to see that David Lee Roth.
As stupid as we are, not only is Dave himself going back and thinking about, hey man, how are you? Thinking about his younger days, thinking about when he wrote Jump, you know, it was 40 years ago when he wrote some of the greatest songs. And I'm going there and paying $360 a ticket so I can relive some of those old memories, same old memories of when, man, the first time you heard Eruption or the first time you heard, you know, Unchained or whatever it was. That's some good shit right there.
As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters.
Producer Kurt agrees with me. Kurt. So yeah, I need to ask Kurt if they're going to let me come on Under the Bus program with you guys sometime. And they're always like, no, dude, no, we're just trying to make this more about us and stuff. You know, we don't want to have guests on. Okay, that'd be fine. David Lee Roth doesn't have an off switch. You know, he honestly, no, he does have an off switch, because what happens after that show is the band get in their bus and David Lee Roth gets in his bus. And that's when the off switch goes on. And you don't go over into his bus and knock on his window, or Sammy's proof of that. Hey, Dave, come out. And back in the Sam and Dave tour, Dave has an off switch. It's when basically every minute he's not on stage or in front of a camera, his off switch is on. Oh, no, here we go. Don't lie to me, guys. Don't email Beesman. Oh, yeah, that'll work. Don't even lie to me. All right. So thoughts on DLR? Thoughts on any good
again,
Dave
if people are going to pay to go see him, then and they know what they're getting into and they're happy, more power to them.
I agree.
I tapped out on the last Van Halen tour. I was done.
Oh, 2015?
Yeah, I guess that's when it was.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. The last time they played out there at the amphitheater.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd opened up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was as good a show as you can expect for 2015 Van Halen, but they were as good as you could expect from them. But that, you know, now, I mean, that was literally 11 years ago.
I know, huh? Time fucking flies, bro. Where's the time going? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I mean, that's the thing. You it's your call. If you want to go see a band, and you want to pay the ticket price that they want to charge, then
yeah,
that's why they keep touring, because people keep coming.
You guys want to see some of the other stupid concerts I've been to? Hey, Bri, throw up the Zims, my second channel. So I have a second channel where I just basically put up footage of bands that I go and see. And there's a lot of my bands that are videos of that. I won't make you guys go through any of that. But we've got some Whiskey Dogs played some good stuff. But this is even like a bar band that I've seen. Def Leppard. Click on that Def Leppard one for a minute for us. So this was a fun show in Vegas. Can you give it a little bit more volume? So, very impressive right here, the Def Leppard in Vegas show. This was probably, I'm going to say this was 3 or 4 months ago. I think, yeah, a couple of months ago I went up to Vegas. And you can see I didn't have second row tickets for this. I was kind of bad.
How much were the tickets for this show?
Man, I buy tickets and I try not to pay attention because I don't want to focus on that. I just want to have fun, go to see Def Leppard. I haven't seen Def Leppard since 1983. The Pyromania tour at the Compton Terrace. And so I'm like, okay, no. I had a friend that wanted to go to this. Like, hey, let's go to Vegas. Yep. I'm like, I'm there. So, but what I could say about this show is the guitar work is so good out of these two guys. And the singing is still, all of them sing, except for the drummer, right? 4 guys are singing out. I think they're really honestly playing. If there's backing tracks, it's other little rhythm parts. Because I don't think the drummer can, like in rock and stuff like that, you hear a bunch of extra drumming, percussive stuff. But other than that, I don't think that there's backing tracks for the vocals and stuff. These guys are really singing it. And I noticed there's a couple of tunes that sort of dawned on me where I've heard them for 30 years or however long, but it sort of come to where it's like, whoa, I didn't realize how good the guitar playing was in like the ballad that they have. Love Bites. Okay, I've always sort of passed on Love Bites. And then I don't know if you can go there. It's probably about halfway through the show, Bryce. Skip about halfway through. But it just sort of dawned on me that a couple of their songs, when you see them live, those guitar parts really came out. And, you know, as a guitar player in a guitar shop, I'm always interested in what's going on with the guitar work. And Def Leppard, man, they fucking brought it. And they're really good guitar players. And can you push play? He's multitasking back in the back room. But yeah, they just different Def Leppard songs that you've heard a million times. If you get past the whole idea of, oh man, can Joe Elliott sing it anymore? I've heard stories where Joe Elliott like warms up for like 8 hours before a concert or some extreme amount of time singing before he actually gets on stage.
Well, they absolutely use backing tracks. They've used backing tracks since the 80s.
On vocals, on all their
Yes.
big vocals and everything?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that stuff's been
right.
that's been pitch corrected and quantized for decades.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But and Rick Allen does have a mic set on his head to sing. I don't know how much he does, but he does have it on there. But Def Leppard are making more money now than they did in whatever their heyday was. People talk about, you know, the 1980s, the pyromania hysteria, but they're making more money now than they did then.
Yeah.
So good for them.
Yeah, and they're still writing, they're still putting albums out, they're still recording, they're still a band, they're all healthy still. I paid $50 for a t-shirt at the casino, Def Leppard t-shirt. Cost me $50 or whatever, but it's okay. They didn't just have a merch booth. Where was it at? It wasn't Planet Hollywood. What casino were they at? I don't even remember what casino. Caesar's Palace. They played at Caesar's. And so they didn't just have a merch booth in the hallway at the little concert venue there that's inside. They had a whole freaking store in like the Caesar's Palace Mall area. And it was like a museum, a Def Leppard museum, where you could buy the shirts and the hats and stuff like that. And so, yeah, it was pretty freaking cool. But it's, you know, the bass player, what's our bass player's name again? Oh, you remember? Rick Savage. So they had a little story where Joe and Rick went to high school together. And I think that's kind of the best bands in the world are those guys that grew up together and just every day they're like, dude, let's be rock stars. Let's just be rock stars. And they grew up together and they're still doing it. And it's been probably close to 50 years since these two schoolboys were like, hey man, let's be rock stars. And here they are. And the audience is enjoying it. And maybe it was a $300 ticket. It probably was. Probably $400 to be down in the pit.
Yeah, but I can see, like, look, that's the economics of the concert industry now. That's how much concert tickets cost. I could see paying that kind of money for a big Vegas production if you're interested, but I can't imagine paying that for David Lee Roth at the Rialto.
Brian, go to the last minute of this video. Because they have a big giant screen and you're talking about a whole production company. At the very end here, like it being at a movie theater, they had a scroll of associate producer, director, music director, bus driver. They had a list of employees that you had no idea. Merch girl, you know, they had a giant list of employees for every one of these shows. And they had it over the monitor for the whole audience to see. Pretty cool. It's a good show. It's pretty fun. Yeah. Anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, they're making big money doing Vegas. Those Vegas shows are massive now.
Probably go back and show me the Scorps off that same channel. Scorpions. Yeah, so the whole Vegas thing. Have you been up to the Sphere in Vegas yet?
I've been past the Sphere. I haven't been to a show there.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's but at the same time, it's kind of just normal giant venue. But you stare at the ceiling. Remember back in the old days where we'd go see the Pink Floyd laser show?
Sure.
It's kind of like the Pink Floyd laser show, but I mean with 2 billion LED lights. So here's the Scorps who I went and saw, and this was at Planet Hollywood last year. And Matthias on lead guitar right there. So this show I actually was down in the pit. And I'm kind of proud of myself because, man, look at this, man. I'm a 64-year-old man, and I'm in the pit at the Scorpion show, and it was just a fucking great time. And I just don't want to be an old man. I'm not going to surrender. And I'm an old man. I'm going to stay home and watch TV. I'm going to freaking go to the Scorps. I'm going to drive all the way to Vegas. I'm going to still try to get in the second row. You know how much my feet hurt during this part of the show? My feet were killing me. But I don't want to give in to the idea that I'm an old retired man yet. And the guys that I'm here watching, Klaus is he's old. He's freaking old. I think is he 78 years old?
It's possible.
Uh-huh. And there's Rudolph up there. Now Rudolph was really good with the whole windmill. Remember when he'd play his guitar and he'd do the windmill thing? Now his arms sorta. It doesn't really as much as it used to. Oh, their bass player, that dude was in the Alice Cooper band for a while. I forgot his name, but yeah, they got the bass player from, they've gone through a couple of bass players recently. And then
look at Mickey D getting paid.
Yeah, how much is he getting paid?
No, I mean he went right from Motorhead to Scorpion, doing just fine.
Oh yeah, the drummer. What's his name?
Mickey D.
Mickey D. That's right. No, he does really good. After the show, Mickey D. They really emphasized the fact that this is. And I had a Motorhead shirt on. He looked right at me and was like, "Oh, dude, yeah." But they really gave a lot of attention to Mickey D and that he used to be in Motorhead. And they really made that a big selling point of the band. There's a cool looking guitar. I wonder what that thing is. Matthias has, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Matthias has his own guitar store over in Germany or someplace. And so when he's not touring, he hangs out in a guitar shop. You guys know any info on that? Probably do me a favor, look and see if you can find Matthias Jab's guitar shop in somewhere in Germany. See if you can find me a picture of that. But Klaus, it's always been a strange voice that Klaus has had.
He's had vocal problems for years.
It has. And he holds his mic like a foot away now. He's not up here like this, "Hey, what's up?" You know, everything is way down here and way down here. And so they've got it dialed in somehow to where when he just barely, he's very low volume. See how the distance between him and his mic? The average dude would have his mic up on his upper lip, you know, or very, very close. But they have him dialed in where he's a foot off his mic. So, and I'm telling you, I talked to their opening band was Buck Cherry. And I talked to one of the guys in Buck Cherry. All right. We got info on that. I can't read any of that, but there it is. He's got his own guitar shop. Oh, and he sells those things. How about that? That's kind of cool. He's got his own custom built stuff. That's probably what he's playing right there. But I mean, when it comes to, you've never seen this guy on a top 50 greatest guitar list of all time. You don't even see this guy on the top 100 greatest guitar players of all time. Why doesn't anybody give this guy any props?
He's a decent guitar player. He's the right guy for the job.
He really is. And without him in this band, could they even still go around and say, well, we're the Scorpions? This is the main guy right here. Could they exist without Rudolph?
I mean, it's really Klaus and Rudolph.
Yeah.
Matthias is, I think, an important part of the band. But I think it's Klaus and Rudolph who claim to be Scorpions.
Yeah, they're now if something, God forbid, happened to Rudolph, they would probably get Michael Schenker to step in, because Michael Schenker would probably, sure, I'll go to Vegas and play those tunes for the millions of dollars you're going to give me. Michael Schenker would be a good replacement for either one of those two guys.
He's been in and out of the band several times.
Yeah. So both of these guys sort of kind of have a backup when it comes to Michael Schenker being, yeah, I'll go do that gig.
You assume Michael Schenker is in any sort of playing shape to play with these guys, and he's not.
I know, but if you, I don't know. He could probably do it if he rehearsed for a month and tried to get into shape and built his calluses back up. Yeah, that was a fun show. And what was kind of fun about it, again, Buck Cherry, never been a huge Buck Cherry fan. You know, they had I love the cocaine, I love the cocaine. Okay, and then they had it might be the same song. But there's a really kind of a unique story about Buck Cherry. They put out their first album and it had like 2 hits on it. And then they did 1 or 2 or 3 more albums after that, and they all kind of bombed. And the band pretty much broke up. And then the lead singer put the band back together and did another album that basically was an independent thing. They did it all on their own. I know I'm messing up the story, but they did it all on their own. They self-produced it or whatever, and Crazy Bitch was on it. And so after it was probably 8 to 10 years between their hit songs, and they somehow were able to come out with Crazy Bitch. You might be able to get if you're on your phone, you might be able to get the facts on this. But they had
I have to come right back. My pool guy just showed up.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right, no problem. Yeah, so these Buck Cherry has, like I was saying, they have a really cool story where you know, it was tough on them. They had the I Love the Cocaine song, All Lit Up Again. And then I think they had like a slower kind of a ballad song that became a hit. So they had like 2 radio hits. And then their next album bombed or whatever. They're on bass. I know I'm all over the place, but on bass, they got a guy named Kelly. And Kelly, I actually saw him at Planet Hollywood the next day after this concert. And he was down in the cafe sitting down there drinking. But he's the original bass player of Goldfinger. So Goldfinger was this punk band from the 90s that was really good at doing covers. So if you want to hear some really good punk rock covers, Goldfinger is the band that was really good at that. But Kelly, Buckcherry's bass player, he's been in the band for probably 10 years now, I'm guessing. But he used to be in Goldfinger, which was a cool band. But none of these guys are original Buckcherry guys. There's Kelly, the new guy. The guitar players are both newer guys. But they're a hardworking band. And I've seen them twice now, because they opened for the Scorps, and then they played down here in Phoenix at the Marquee Theater. And I think this footage that I have right here, this is from the Marquee Theater. And they're a very, very hard-working band. And I also noticed that the Scorpions are coming back to Planet Hollywood like in September, and Buckcherry is the opening band again. And when I talked to Kelly, that bass player right there, he's like, oh man. I was like, hey, where's the Scorps at? I mean, are they up in the top floor of Planet Hollywood? And he's like, no, they're over at the other place over here. But man, they're very strict guys. So the Scorpions run a very tight shift. I mean, they don't mess around and let stuff slack or be late. If you're working for the Scorpions, man, they're very serious. He said they're very serious Germans. But yeah, Goldfinger was a great band. The 99 Red Balloons was a great song. But yeah. They had a lot of cool covers. Okay. I need NeanderPaul to come back. Where are you, man? I'll read some of these comments. Mad Hatter. Yeah, so I kind of blab a lot. Sometimes I get going. Punk rock. Brian, do me a favor and put up the latest Whiskey Dogs video. Oh, there's Paul. He came back. I'm going to make him suffer through this next. Go ahead and bring Paul back in.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. My pool guy is here. I may have to bail out again to go shut the garage when he's done.
That's fine. All right. So one more video here from a legendary band. Here we go, Brian. So my band, I'm gonna force you guys to watch this. You guys can log out if you want. But yeah, let's do that. Party like a rock star right there. Okay. So quick story here. We played at the Cajun, the Canyon Club in Agoura Hills, California, a week ago Friday. And this is an original song that we have, and it's called Party Like a Rock Star. Minds of Stone. Hey, Todd, what's up, buddy? My friend Todd here is my old saxophone player from like 30 years ago. And he's in a really good Pink Floyd tribute right now. Way to go, buddy. I like it. So yeah, so this show is kind of fun because we did this show at the Agoura Hills Canyon Club, and we're opening for Queen Nation. And I'm going to say about 18 months ago, I went and saw Queen Nation at the Wild Horse Pass Casino, the same place where David Lee Roth was, the same place where 38 Special and Cheap Trick and all these bands. Queen Nation packed this place. And we were able to open up for them, and they were nice enough to let us play on their drum kit. So we have the whole stage. Now, usually for an opening act, you have to take your kit and you have to set up down in front of the headliner's kit. But, and there's Jane, our guitar player. She goes by Christina now. Paul, you remember Jane? Oh, Paul left again. He doesn't want to watch my stuff. That's okay. But I know a lot of the rest of you guys are going to be, oh, you guys kick ass. Everybody leave that in the comments. So when he comes back, he'll be like, wow, people like this. But yeah, this was a fun show. And you can see the crowd right in front here. It's they're waiting for the Queen Tribute Band to come on. They ended up getting stuck with us. But yeah, I have a fun bass guitar. I've got a pretty good story about my bass. But this venue is like dinner theater. Okay, so they have all these tables in front of you, and they actually serve you food during the opening band. So everybody had a big plate of lasagna, and or they had steak or, you know, whatever, Alfredo chicken or whatever. And they're all eating, watching us play. Here's Jane on her lead. Watch this. Oh, there I had to get over and get in the shot a little bit. That's the bass player, man. Sometimes you got to run. You know where the cameras are at. You know the camera's over on the lead guitar player at all times. So you got to run over there just to make sure that people know you're in the. The Deans. Hey, Rex. Call me later. Do you want to borrow Firefly guitars for a video? Rexomatic has a YouTube channel and he wants to borrow Fireflies for a video. It's no big deal. Come and get him. But you know, here's the craziest thing about this, Paul, and you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Dane? Okay, we got this gig. Me and my drummer jumped in his Jeep and we drove 400 miles from Phoenix, Arizona to Agoura Hills, California. Okay, that was a long freaking drive. 400 miles. We played this show. They fed us. So I had a big plate of lasagna or something. And then me and my drummer jumped back in his Jeep at about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and we drove our asses 400 miles back home in the same day. I've driven for 14 hours. I spent 14 hours in a vehicle to get back and forth to this show. And gas in California is not cheap.
It is not.
And so, is that a rock and roll thing to do, or is that just pure stupidity, on your opinion? Let me hear your thoughts.
Whatever, you know, again, it's your call. You wanted to go play there. It was a fun show for you to play. You guys wanted to make the drive, then you have at it.
Yeah. You just got to do if you want to do it. You don't always have to think about stuff logically. Like, hold on, gas is too much. You know, there's maybe not that many people there, but you know what? We did it. It was fun. Okay, bro, you can cut out of there. Yeah, so I still try to do stuff and it doesn't make sense, but I still want to do stuff, you know? Still want to try to have fun, go do stuff. Mad Hatter 77, thank you so much. That was an awesome performance. Guys, all this stuff is on Zims Guitars too. Do me a big favor. I have 300 subscribers. Go over there and subscribe to Zims Guitars 2 for me. And because, again, I'm just posting stuff about all the stupid concerts and all the stuff that I do. I don't know, for some reason I'm doing it.
You have way more stuff going on your YouTube channel than I do. I mean, mine is just at NeanderPaul Radio. And all I've put up there is a couple of videos of
right, go to that at NeanderPaul Radio. Let's see what
people have
let's check it out.
Some challenges for my CD collection, because we always joke about my CD collection. And I've had people email me challenges like, what's my top favorite underrated hair metal CDs, or what are my top I just got one today, one of my favorite Canadian bands in my collection, which will be fun because I didn't realize how many Canadian bands. I don't really think about where bands are from,
right?
But I have some Canadian bands in my collection that I didn't realize that I was into, because but somebody was like, Canadian bands, okay,
yeah.
So that'll be one of the
I
top 5
mean,
ones
some
that
of
comes up.
my favorites, I don't know. They're all going to be just stuff from the 70s. You know, April Wine and Bachman Turner Overdrive and Triumph was awesome.
There's a good documentary on Triumph that I just was watching on Crave the other day. It's a couple of years old. It's called Rock and Roll
touring.
Machine.
Yeah, they're touring.
Kind of.
With Bill Axe on guitar. They brought
they
Phil
get a couple
Axe in.
they get a couple of like stunt players, kind of like David Lee Roth having a huge band. It's not just the 3 guys from Triumph. They've got a couple other supplemental players that are helping along.
Rush. What's your thoughts on the latest Rush? Back out on the road and doing fun stuff again.
I mean, that's what they want to do.
I know.
Anika's a fantastic drummer. I mean, what were they supposed to do? You know, Neil Peart wasn't the original drummer. Yeah, see, I only have a couple of videos up.
What was the guy's name? Rusty or something? The first guy. What was
John Rutsey?
What was it?
John Rutsey.
John Rutsey. And so
I
when
just put up a couple of those challenges, and
so when you hear Working Man, that's John Rutsey on drums.
Yes, he's only on the first album.
Great drum performance.
The first album sounds like a Black Sabbath record. Like Working Man sounds like a Black Sabbath song to me.
Based on guitar riffs. I know. No, there's good stuff.
It just sounds very Black Sabbath-y.
Yeah. And then their second album, let's think about Rush for a second. Their second album was Fly By Night. Right?
Yeah.
And that was the first Neil Peart record that they did.
Yeah, Neil Peart came in right after the album.
And then their third album was Caress of Steel. And that's when they were out on the road with Kiss. And the guys in Kiss were like, dude, what are you guys doing? Write hit songs, right? And wasn't their story something similar to that?
Yeah, I mean, it was, and it's interesting.
Okay, let's stop right there, Brian. Okay.
Kiss never really wrote a hit song.
So this was the first Rush album right here. And again, you had John on drums. And then this is where Neil came in. And then this was where they were like, okay, let's do something. It was just kind of a weird album, right?
Which one?
Caress of Steel.
Yeah. I mean, they were still trying to find their sound, I think.
Where their first album was, like you said, based on riffs, and what year was that? Caress of Steel was a weird album, but 1970, what's that say, 5? There wasn't a hit song on it.
September 75.
Yeah. Go back to the first album, Bri. The one that just says Russian Pink. Yeah. Okay, this was just a year earlier. These guys were doing 2 albums a year.
A lot of bands did that. Used to only take 8-9 months to make an album. Now, 10 years.
I know, it's weird. But this album, guys, if you really want to hear some good guitar playing and awesome bass playing, it's on this album. Working Man was just based on guitar riffs. Yeah, that's a good record. Do you think, is that the song list right there?
Yep.
Can you see to read those off for me? Can you zoom in on that, Bri? Oh, there you go. There you go. Finding My Way, Need Some Love, Take a Friend, Here Again. What You're Doing, In the Mood, Before and After, and then Working Man. None of that rings a bell right off.
Well, I mean, they did Finding My Way was the song that they did at the Juno Awards with Annika Nilis.
Oh. Okay.
So they wanted to do something that wasn't a Neil song.
That's cool. Go to the second album, Brian. Let's look at that one with the owl on the cover there, Fly By Night.
My favorite song on that record is In the End.
Boy, don't say that on the Under the Bus show. They'll get you for that one. Anthem's pretty good. Best I Can. Oh, By Thor and the Snow Dog. Fly By Night was huge. Making Memories. Oh, and then In the End. Yeah.
In the
I
End is
know
my favorite
music.
song on the record.
I know music by when I listen to it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's that Rush song from the second album. I don't know song titles. And when somebody comes into my store, I recognize them by their face and what band they're in, but I don't know their name. So it's kind of the same with names, but yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the new Rush lineup has a keyboard player. So you're going to take it easy with not having to play bass and synthesizers and singing and everything. Geddy Lee's they're letting him take it easy by having a keyboard player in there. And so Caress of Steel was not so great, but then they followed it up with their fourth album, which was huge and arguably their greatest album. And back in the 70s and the 80s, they would give a band 4 albums to get good. Nowadays, you put Caress of Steel out and the label would have dropped you. Well, not nowadays, but 20, 30 years ago.
2112 is a nerd album. It's the music fans love it, but the general public is blissfully unaware of it.
Well, I can put on side 1 of it and listen all the way through to the whole first side. And very rarely do you ever want to flip the album over. Because
the general public, though, the general public knows Rush 2112, but can't name a song on 2112. Most people can't. They know the Starman looking into the pentagram, which is not really a pentagram, but you know what I'm saying. Well, they know that visual, but they don't know anything on 2112. Most people.
Bright, can you zoom in on the song titles?
Unless you like Rush, there's nothing on that record that most people know.
2112, 20 minutes long. We all know and love that. And then I guess the temple, we are the priests. That's included in the 20 minutes right here. So this is the first. Okay, and then you flip the album over, and then you got We're on the Road to whatever this one is.
Passage to Bangkok. Hang on one second. I got to go close the door.
Okay, buddy. And yeah, so when it comes to this Rush album, I know, of course, everything side 1 of the album. And on rare occasions, when you wanted more Rush, you'd flip the album over and you'd hear the Passage to Bangkok. But then you would at least me, I faded out on all these down here. So this would probably be fun to listen to these 4 because I've never heard them. I know, that's true. Scott, I'll leave this when Paul gets back up here. Yeah, there's some good Rush stuff happening right now, and I'm glad they didn't just retire and just give up. I'm glad they're out doing it. I'm glad all these bands still go out and do it and get, even if it's a Tommy Two-Tone or somebody. I want to see them just continue to try to live their life, and not just to go home and sit on the couch. I'm not for that right now. I want these guys to go out and continue playing. Wow, I know he was influential. He did a lot of good stuff on those drums. We're on the road to Bangkok. Always dogged Rush. Okay.
Yeah, I have other weird Canadian bands in my collection. Bands like Brighton Rock.
I remember Brighton Rock.
Helix, Killer Dwarfs,
Helix,
Honeymoon Suite.
Honeymoon Suite.
I think Coney Hatch are also Canadian, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up now. Yeah, they're Canadian as well.
Coney Hatch. Oh, and Anvil.
Yes, Anvil's terrible.
Bri, okay, Bri. I want you to search Anvil.
Oh.
On the come on, man.
Anvil's
Anvil on the 1985 Japan. Yeah, see if you can find that. And
Anvil
the song would be Metal on Metal.
Yeah, Metal on Metal is the only song that was almost a thing.
Yeah. See if you can find this. It's funny.
That documentary is sad in a not funny way.
It helped them for a year or two. They got a little bit of momentum because of that.
Yeah, and then they put out another crap record. Anvil's a terrible band. But,
well,
Trust Fund Kid.
Was he?
Oh, yeah.
The whole video of him working, delivering food and stuff. All right, go ahead and click into that, Bri. All right, there we go. Okay, so in 1985, MTV was out, and it was very important that you looked cool. But I don't think Lips really looks very cool. See that look right there? And that one?
You what?
He's trying to come off like he's got this craziness about it. Right, hit the pause button for a second. When he sings, he's like, he'll do the highlight me for just a second, just 1 second. He'll sing, and he wants to come off like he's crazy. So he's like, metal on metal. And he'll do like cross-eyed weird look, like he's going crazy or something. Okay, go back to the video. And you see that a whole bunch of times. And I think based on that, it didn't really appeal to people.
I have a very Beavis and Butthead moment going on right here.
I know, right? See that? Look right there. Keep going, buddy. I didn't mean to pause that. Turn it up a little.
Not good.
See that look right there? What was that? Hey, I've heard good things about their drummer. Like the guys in Motley Crue wanted him to fill in or something. Oh, they're way ahead of their time. Oh, instead of showing the guitar player, they have some B footage of an airplane landing or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
They don't want to show the guitar player in this part. Usually, the guitar solo is the most viewed and overplayed part of a video. Everybody rewinds to the guitar solo. On this one, they cut the guitar solo out. Okay, I can't stop watching.
Train wreck.
I can't take my eyes off of it.
Sure you can. Just hit stop.
Okay, hit stop. That was fun. All right.
Anvil's terrible.
That's freaking crazy. So they're not your cup of tea right there, huh?
No, not Anvil.
Maybe they were. Maybe that's, you have to have, back in 85, you had to appeal musically to the men. You had to be fucking good, right? Like Metallica. But you had to appeal to the women too. And unfortunately, Anvil didn't have either one of those things happening for them.
If you have a
But
good
they were a
song, you get
Canadian
everybody.
band. That's what started this whole thing.
Yep, Canadian band. Bad Canadian band.
Nate, give me a worse one. Who's worse than Anvil? In your opinion?
What?
Come on, give me a metal, Canadian metal band that's worse than Anvil.
I don't know. I don't follow Canadian metal as a genre, so I couldn't.
G.G. Allin, was he Canadian?
No.
I heard you talking about G.G. Allin the other day.
Yeah, he was from New Hampshire.
You want to destroy the whole? Okay, Brian, G.G. Allin, we're going to destroy the whole live stream right here. Everybody's going to either bail out or they won't be able to take their eyes off of it, one or the other.
G.G. Allin is arguably the worst music I've ever heard.
Okay, here we go. This is unofficially, the worst music that we have ever heard. Now, G.G. Allin was what you would call a punk rocker. And you said he was from New Hampshire?
Yeah.
And he was basically late 80s or late 70s, or when was he up and around?
80s and 90s.
80s and 90s.
But he was more of a performance artist, allegedly. Like, I use all these terms loosely because he was just, I don't get it.
Musically, it wasn't anything happening, but if you went and saw him live, you can't take your eyes off of it.
I mean, if you like guys who like to roll around on their own waist, and then cut themselves with broken beer bottles.
Now, G.G. Allin doesn't live anywhere around Phoenix where he's going to come into my store and freaking start wailing on me, is he?
He's dead.
Oh. Oh man, don't be saying this. Bad Bands were great. What are you doing? Well, he likes his Jim Beam. That's not that bad. Just him with an acoustic and a bunch of Jim Beam. He's got the rat tattoo on the side of his head above his ear. That's cool. He's got like the Fu Manchu mustache going on. All right, give us something else. Is there something live where he's throwing his own shit around or something? That's not that bad. It sounds like his girlfriend's singing along with him. There we go.
Oh boy.
I know. This whole thing, I'm going to get demonetized. I don't care if this video gets demonetized. And besides, we're here commenting on it. So as long as we keep talking over it, it won't get demonetized. Fight it, you scum. 1992. Oh, this is the best of G.G. Allin. It's just going to be good right here. Okay. I've seen worse, man. Trust me. I've seen worse.
No.
Got some crazy fans down front. Oh, some guy actually just punched him. That's pretty cool. People just don't like this guy. He's wearing like Speedos or something. Bite it, you scum. Savage South. You know what? I've seen a lot worse, bro. I'll be honest with you. He's got a black eye, so he's obviously he fought with people. It's kind of sad. I don't like to see that. Yeah, guys would just come out of the audience and just freaking punch him. It looks like he's bleeding.
Yeah, because he just hit the microphone against his head like 6 times.
Oh, I see. And I mean, what was he getting paid $100 for this gig for the whole band? I don't think I'd have done that. Okay, if he's gonna get, we're not gonna be able to show him if he takes his G-string off. That's for sure. Okay, let's skip out of that. That was kind of fun. I've seen worse. I'll be honest, man. I've been to every punk rock bar in Phoenix and and I've seen worse.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But again, there is worse things. But he hit a certain plateau in the music business where he made a name for himself. A lot of people know of him. I mean, you talked about him in a video. You were like, there's the worst album I have. He got to the point where he made an album. So he somehow, if he wanted publicity, he got it. Right?
Yeah, I think he was on, I don't know if he was on Donahue or Geraldo, or he was on one of those shows at one point.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Sally Jesse Raphael or something
like that, yeah.
Daytime TV.
This is daytime TV right now.
I know, yeah. Daytime TV. Oh, yeah, just people sitting, my guitar shop. This is a quiet time of the day. And I thought it would be a good day. By the way, Paul, thank you for coming on and doing a live stream with me. I know we haven't done this in a long time. I figured Tuesday, this time of the day would be good. And my shop's going to be really dead because we finally gotten, if I had my phone, I could show you what the weather. Brian, can you put up our current temperature in Phoenix or in Mesa right now? Because the first week when it gets really hot like this, and you remember, nobody wants to leave their house. And so my guitar shop, I knew it was going to be nice and quiet today because it's hot outside and nobody's used to it yet.
And I want to move back.
I know. And you're like, oh man, I need to move back so I can do radio from an air condition. Okay, look at that, dude. May 12th, and it's 105 degrees outside. So, so you might actually want to think about Seattle. No, I'm kidding you. There's a trick to it though, guys. The trick is it's basically the opposite of living way up north where it snows all winter. You stay in your house. You make sure when you're one thing though about Phoenix is you don't get snowed in. And so if you can always run out to your car, if it's parked in the shade, you can turn the air conditioner on and you're okay. You just can't walk around out in the heat. And it's kind of the opposite of being in the snow, but there's nothing that will snow you in where you can't leave your house. You can always leave your house. 55 in Detroit. Backstage recordings. Thanks for being here, man. All right,
yeah,
Paul.
I think it's like in the 80s here.
Yeah, that's got to be nice. Well, what else?
Your show.
Okay, well, what do you guys think? Give me one more topic. Somebody in the chat. Give me one more band that we can look at. And then I'm going to let Paul get back to his busy lifestyle.
Yeah, looking for a job.
I know I have a lot of friends that watch right here in Phoenix. If you want to come back to work in Phoenix, they're probably watching right now. Icon.
I need a job.
Oh my God. You can't even do that to me because I got so many icon stories. I don't think Paul's that interested in icon.
I've got
Because
3
you wasn't
records.
here. You wasn't. Oh, you've got the 3 records?
Yeah, I know that most people prefer the first album, but I actually got turned on to them with Night of the Crime.
That's a good album, man. No, I don't want to do that. This band right here. This band has been making a lot of momentum. Okay, let's go to this band, Bri, whatever this stuff is called. Can you pronounce that?
I believe it's Angine de Poitrine, but I don't know that.
Poitrine. Okay. Try to find us a
I could be
video of
wrong.
this, Bri. This is the
But
band.
they are performance artists and very cool. They're a
You
cool
like it?
underground band right now that's like all the cool kids like them. Eventually the mainstream will look at them and go, they don't get it.
All right, we're going to give our views on this kind of stuff. And I'm going to try to be nice, but I'm already right now, I fucking hate this shit. I'll be honest with you. I haven't even heard it. But here we go. No, I've heard a little bit of it. But here we go. Zoom us in and turn it up a little bit. And I mean, starting off now again, so that we don't get completely demonetized and everything, we have to kind of talk through it a little bit. So we have to.
It's very cool, but weird.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see what we think. Okay, he's got his bass going on. And he's going to have a bunch of looper pedals.
You know who really likes this kind of stuff? Primus fans.
Every Primus fan loves this already. Okay, so they looped. So he used a looper for the bass riff, because obviously now he's up on his guitar. Which, hey, that's a cool. He's got a double bass, a double neck bass on bottom. Cool guitar. He has to use his feet a lot. Okay, so he's got 2 things looped right now.
It's basically
and he's working on his vision.
It's Frank Zappa for a new generation.
Yeah. I mean, what it's going to do for the guitar community, it's going to sell a lot of looper pedals. It's all based on having that looper pedal going. Oh, there he changed it. Okay, so he's mixing it up. So it is a lot of work for that guitar player. Very fun. He's got tons of pedals at his feet. And so when you're using looper pedals like that, and to stay consistent, so that the drummer knows where you're at and where you're going, and to do it consistently night after night, or from one gig to the next, that is challenging. You got to give it up for that, because your looper pedal doesn't always do it exactly accurate every single time. And so I don't really want to get into music theory because I don't know if I know a lot about music theory, but I'm thinking that he's playing more of just instead of playing scales and stuff like that, he's playing like 1, 2, 3 on this string and then 1, 2, 3 on that string, more like rudiments. Is
Box
that the word that
patterns.
you yeah, box patterns that it's not in a scale, and so it does that do 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 do, you know. So he's playing shapes and then he loops them, and I don't know. Boy, I feel like I need a lead singer. I need songs that are about something, you know. And that's the whole thing with hip hop music. It's all about the lyric content. They're doing the oh, we just got copyright struck. Our stream is dead. They just took us down.
Because of
All right.
the last
That's
record.
okay. Well, my friend, thanks for coming on with me.
I'm glad I could ruin your stream.
It doesn't matter. We had fun. We caught up on stuff. 39 people or whatever that were watching had fun. They're going to enjoy it that it got freaking taken off at the end. It's all good.
That was the thing that got us popped right there.
Yeah, the new trendy shit got us popped. The old G.G. Allin shit, nobody cares. The old David Lee Roth stuff is on every channel everywhere. But the new trendy stuff that they're trying to grab, that money grab, they want that straight up. So they'll get the 3 cents from our live stream that we generated for them. Okay, Paul, take care, my friend.
All right, good talk. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, keep me in the loop. Have a great day.
Talk to you later.
See you, buddy.